Irish band, and they're very talented indeed. I don't know why I did that Irish voice then. It was just very patronising. Okay, here we are. It's Christmas. We're talking about sort of radio broadcasting anecdotes. Caroline Ahern, of course, a very good friend of John and mine. She used to broadcast on Signal FM with Craig Cash.
That's right.
And Craig told me a story about when she was broadcasting late one night before her Mrs. Merton and Royal Family fame. She was broadcasting from Signal FM very late at night, and Craig was listening in and said she kept playing Revolver by the Beatles over and over again, and he said he didn't understand why. He said, that's all she played. And he rang up, he said, have you not got any other records? He went, no, they've locked the record library, can't get any more records out. And he went, I'll come down with some. Right, and he drove down to the radio station and gave us some more records. But the better story is that she was listening very late at night. She was broadcasting and she fell asleep.
That's right.
She fell asleep on air. And the record, she woke up about 2 hours later with the needle just going against the record, and she was absolutely petrified. She came to work the next day, and nobody had rung in to complain. No one. That's very sad.
That's heartbreaking. That means hardly anyone listens to the show.
I know.
Yeah, my heart bleeds.
I know, that's a very sad Christmas story.
It is a sad Christmas story.
But let's lift. Have we got any more Christmas stories, or should we get on to the next?
There are always a garden centres for the Christmases, aren't there? Garden centres.
Yeah, I know.
Have you noticed that?
I've noticed.
Never
that.
Used to be. Seems to be.
No, they can't sit. You can't sit them on the knees anymore. Any of that.
No,
business,
none of that. No.
Well, it's understandable because if I was one of those people on the sex offenders register, which I'm not, I hasten to add.
Yeah.
And I was so inclined, I would take the Father Christmas route.
You go that
I
shot.
would. Yeah, that's the best. It's the easy. It's fail-safe. Bulletproof. Bulletproof.
Lollipop Man.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, here we go with getting on the Santa Claus mood. This is a song by Ella Fitzgerald. It's called. I won't say anything. All I'll say is, it may be. I won't say anything else other than this may be a metaphor, and the song's called Santa Claus Got Stuck Up My Chimney.
Only love. Only love. Give us a fag.
That was Louis Armstrong. That was the last recording he made before he died in 1969. Very sad. Beautiful song composed by John Barry from the film, very well-known song. Made famous by the Guinness advert a few years ago, but in actual fact came from the film On Her Majesty's Secret Service, where James Bond falls in love, rather like the new film. But yeah, very, very interesting song that. Now, we were talking about
misheard lyrics.
Misheard lyrics before, and I was saying that...
There's a name for them, there's actual name.
Is there?
There's a certain name for it, I can't remember what it is.
The famous one I know is the Neil Diamond song, for Reverend Blue Jeans.
The Reverend Blue Jeans.
For Reverend Blue Jeans, babe.
Of course, it's Forever in Blue Jeans. John, do you have?
Yes, I have the song by Freak. Is it Sister Sledge? Freak Out, yeah, it is. Someone thought it was Africa. Africa!
Africa! Yeah, that's pretty good.
And the other one was, it's just the story is that someone was doing an Easter piece on this morning, and they said, well, we used chirpy chirpy cheep cheep last year for chicks, you see, Easter. Tenuous, but, and they said, we need another Easter-type themed musical slot for the show. So one of the researchers piped up and said, I know, Disco Bunny by Cliff Richard. And they went, I've never heard of it. And they went, sing us a bit. And they went, Disco Bunny, well, we don't talk anymore.
Ridiculous. And there was one final because the prayer, the Hail Mary, Holy Mary, Mother of God, blessed art thou amongst swimming. I thought it was a monk swimming through a river with this big thing on over his head, and no, it was just a monk swimming, of course. There you go, that's lots of silly lyrics there. Let's have another song by John Barry. This is a wonderful one with Larry Adler on the harmonica. A wonderful, timeless song from a great film with great performances by Dustin Hoffman and John Voight, father of Angelina Jolie, and that's Midnight Cowboy. Oh, lovely. What a beautiful song that is. Lovely, wonderful harmonica. Lovely song. Timeless. I don't know anyone who doesn't like that. Some things there's always a good taste. I think everyone likes that.
Yeah, it's like,
you know what I mean?
But there are the very obscure people, like, you occasionally meet them that go, don't like Morecambe and Wise, and you just think...
Oh, they're just trying to be different.
Yeah,
I don't like Charlie Chaplin, I prefer Buster Keaton. Oh, aren't you different?
Yeah, I think
give me a break.
Yeah. If someone says, don't like Morecambe Wise, straight off the Christmas card list.
Yeah, I know. I do that. Even though I don't send Christmas cards, I strike them off the list. But anyway, what that's right. We were talking about before. We were talking about accents. What fascinates me is because you and me do, John. You and I both do.
We have good ears.
We have good ears. Good ears, not big ones, just good ones.
Just good ones.
I like doing seeing differences in regional variations. I thought it was very interesting when I went to school with Mike, who's with us now. He's from Chadderton. I went to Cardinal Langley near Rochdale. From Middleton, but Middleton accent, of course, was, if you like, compromised, if that's the right word, or if you like, sort of changed by the influx of a kind of council Overspill estate that had a sort of Salford influence. So a lot of people in Middleton talk like that now, and they've got that sort of like nasal thing like that. But before that council Overspill was around, it was more like the Chadderton accent, which hasn't been affected, which is how Mike speaks. And Mike, if you'll allow me to do your voice, Mike says things like, he used to, when I was at school, he'd use the word thee instead of you. He'd say, what's to do with thee? Like that, talk like that. It was more like an old-fashioned kind of, more like a Lancashire, sort of getting into like buzz. Catching buzz. Catching buzz to Oldham, you know, like to Chaddy Baths, 5p, but no diving boards, you know.
5p to get in the
5p to get in Chaddy Baths. And that's interesting accent. Of course, in the Lancashire, you've got the curling R.
That's like Blackburn, isn't it?
Blackburn, yeah. And then the very bluff Yorkshire. They all your Brian Glover, the Yorkshire, they do it very very clear. But whenever they do regional accents in television, they always do Yorkshire because it's very easy to understand. Whereas people talk through the nose, well, a lot of lazy people manage to talk through the nose, can't tell what you're saying.
I think it's more of an affectation, that now.
I know, I think it's just sort of lazy. Because you use the nasal passage, what it means that the muscles in the mouth don't get exercised much, so they end up atrophying, so they hardly move the mouth.
That's like that, you've got suffering from a partial stroke.
You know what I mean?
But since we went to drama school, John and I now speak with lovely voices.
Well, it's like little kids come up to me and they go like, alright mister, are you that bloke what is from Cold Feet? And I went, what? Those you that bloke what was in Cold Feet?
Cold Feet!
And I went, no, I was in the flagship drama for Granada, Cold Feet. Yes. I ran along and get some elocution lessons.
Well, elocution lessons, more to the fact.
Okay, here's some music from
A Long Good Friday, with a bloke who me and John like doing, don't we, John?
Yeah, Bob Hoskins.
Oh, sorry, I was doing John Inman.
There we go, A Long Good Friday. Oh, what a lovely song. Stuck in the Middle with You, Steelers Wheel there, used so effectively in Reservoir Dogs when a man got his ear chopped off. Not very nice.
Torture scene.
Yeah, torture scene. Anyway, Christmas, New Year's coming up. This is our final, the show's nearly ending now. John, what have you got New Year's resolutions?
New Year's resolutions is not to make any resolutions. Mine is to taste human flesh.
Okay, well, okay, alright, well, just be careful, you know.
If it's my own, I can, it's legal, I've checked.
Really?
Yes,
oh,
if you have an amputated leg, and it's yours, you can cook your own leg and eat it, it's legal.
I think you should draw the line at nibbling on a scab. Okay. My New Year's resolution, yes, what are you going to store for the new year?
Well, I'm doing a movie called Inkheart, and that starts in Shepperton in the new year.
And it's got Helen Mirren in it.
And Jim Broadbent and Brendan Fraser.
Andy Serkis.
Cast of Thousands.
And I'm hoping to appear on This Morning with Rich and Judy, fingers crossed.
Okay.
No, I've got a few things lined up. I'm doing another series of Saxondale, which bizarrely was overlooked by the Comedy Awards, but then I think they just don't understand how deep it is. Okay, anyway, we've thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. Mike, thanks for laughing at my jokes and John's.
Thank you. Thanks for your support.
Thanks to Paul for helping us out by pressing the right buttons. Yes. I hope you all have. I'm sorry if we've offended anyone. But you know, there's always the off button.
There's always someone. Yeah.
There's always the off button.
There's always someone out there.
There's always someone out there who's more offensive than we are. Or if anything, we're probably not offensive. We're probably just a bit dull.
Yeah.
But
get with the programme.
Sorry about that. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your Christmas dinner.
Happy Christmas.
Enjoy your relatives. You know, cut some slack to the ones that annoy you, that ask you stupid questions, and don't eat too much. And remember, Aldous Huxley, who at the end of his life said, after all his research into human behaviour, said that he finally discovered the only thing that really mattered in life was that we should just be a bit nicer to each other. Here's the Beatles.